So this is what I looked like on a recent travel day. My toddler in his stroller, diaper, backpack bag hanging from the stroller handle, wearing my carry-on backpack on my back, wearing my trusty fanny pack on the front, or bum bag as some of our friends in the world call it, carrier folded under the stroller, my phone in one side pocket of my leggings, our passports and tickets in the other side pocket, comfy socks, slip-on boots. After taking my son on over 50 flights, this is one of the simplest setups I use to navigate the airport, especially when I'm traveling alone, i.e. without my husband or without anyone else to help me. I vary this slightly from flight to flight depending on where we're going and what I'm gonna need exactly at our destination, such as bringing a bigger carry-on backpack with more space in it, or maybe only bringing one backpack, so ditching the diaper bag. But I think that we can all agree that the most important thing, especially when traveling with a baby or toddler alone, is that you be completely hands-free. In this video, I'm going to show you why I personally bring both a carrier and a stroller with me, why you need to wear this exact outfit to the airport, what to do with your car seat if you're bringing one, and finally, what is inside these carry-on bags. By the end of this video, I hope you'll feel comfortable and confident to fly with your baby or toddler on your next trip. If you still have any questions at the end, just pop them in the comments section down below. I'm usually pretty on top of my notifications and I try to respond to all of my comments if I can. Let's start with the stroller and carrier combo. So here's how your travel day is gonna go. Let's just say that you arrive at the airport alone in a taxi with no help. This is what I did a couple of weeks ago. Don't recommend it. It's really nice if you can get dropped off. It would be nice if you didn't have any checked bags with you. If you're able to travel without them, don't. If you do have to travel with a checked bag, I would recommend bringing something that rolls, something that you can easily navigate while also holding your stroller and your carry-on bags with your baby or your toddler in it. You have to be able to manage everything by yourself. I actually had 4 giant non-rolling checked bags with me on my last trip and I was completely alone at the airport. It was really, really hard. I had to do it because of the circumstances of my trip, but I don't recommend doing this if you don't have to. I am just realizing that I still have a monkey on my back from all of the footage that I made for you guys. And even if it's easy for you when you're getting dropped off at the airport because you have help, you may not have help on the other side when you have to pick your bag up from the carousel. You just don't have anybody with you until you exit after you go through passport control and all that stuff, unless you're flying domestic. If it's too much for you, if it's too heavy, it just gets a little bit messy. It gets a little bit harder, obviously. I like to use this secondhand stroller that I got on Facebook Marketplace for 10 bucks. It's a mountain buggy. I always bring it with me through the airport, through security and everything, and then I leave it at the gate. It's called gate checking, which is essentially they bring it onto the airplane for free at the gate for you. This service is free on every airline we've ever flown. You can also check or gate check a car seat for free, FYI. Even if my son doesn't stay in the stroller the whole time as we're navigating the airport, it's really great for throwing our carry-ons in or throwing our jackets on. It's a free trolley, essentially, that you can use throughout the entire airport. I don't recommend bringing a really expensive stroller that you really love with you on your travel day, unless it folds up small and fits into the overhead compartment, something like a Baby Zen Yo-Yo or a Mountain Buggy Nano. Because if you check or gate check an expensive stroller and then it gets damaged, you're gonna be really sad about it. I have personally never brought a car seat onto the airplane for my son to sit in. We always just check ours right away at check-in to use at our destination. He's always either just sat directly on my lap as a lap infant, or now that he's over 2 years old, he gets his own seat and he just sits directly on the seat. But you can bring car seats on the airplane if you want to, if you've purchased your child their own seat. In this case, you'll just have to obviously carry your car seat through the airport with you. We're able to just sort of shove it into our stroller, so see if this is something that you're able to do. If not, you can purchase like a little dolly thing for your car seat so that you can stroll it through the airport. But again, think about how you're going to be able to manage that if you're all by yourself with your stroller and your toddler and your carry-on bags and all of that stuff. When you get to security screening, something that induces a lot of anxiety in many parents I know, been there. You know your baby or toddler best, and you know what's most likely to keep them entertained and happy and calm while you A, are waiting to get to the front of the security line, and then B, are going through the hubbub of taking off your shoes, taking your electronics out of your bag, all of these sentences that are just kind of stressful hearing them, not even being at the airport. Recently, I did this and it worked really well for us. I was alone, so I was prepared. I had all of his favorite snacks really handy in my fanny pack or in the front pockets of our backpack. We were waiting in a long line and I kept handing him snacks, and when that got old, I handed him his tablet. For us, there are no rules rules on travel day as far as what he eats or drinks or screen time. The goal for me is survival with the least amount of friction. This all buys me enough time for him to be sitting calmly in his stroller while I sort out all of our bags at security. I try to keep him awake during all of this, during airport time if I can, so that he can be more likely to sleep on the airplane. Going through security with a sleeping baby or a toddler is not ideal. I've done that before and it kind of sucks because usually they get woken up and they're cranky and then they don't sleep super well on the plane. Not always, it depends on the age of your child, but just a little recommendation there. If you didn't know, TSA allows you to bring liquids on the plane for your baby or toddler, such as milk or water, or medically necessary liquids such as Tylenol. They just may need to do an additional check on them. So let the security personnel know beforehand that you have liquids for your baby, and if your liquids need to stay sealed, such as shelf-stable milk, let them know. This last trip, poor Dory soaked through his diaper and his pants, and I realized it as we were about to go through the security metal detector. Our stroller wet with pee and full of crumbs. We just rolled with it. Honestly, it wasn't even close to our worst experience going through security with a toddler. Once we pass check-in and we pass security, this is when I encourage Dory to get out of the stroller and walk around and run around and burn off lots of energy. This is where we do things like look for airport playgrounds, go get some coffee, get some food, do last-minute bathroom breaks. For boarding, when I'm by myself, I listen to when our boarding is going to be called, and right before that, I put Dory into our carrier, especially if he's a little bit moody or tired. I just find that I like to keep him contained when I'm flying all by myself and I have other things to think about, like our carry-on bags. So we practice this at home. I have his diaper bag on the handlebars of the stroller. I have our other blue carry-on bag in the stroller, and then I wheel that up to the ticket agent, hand over our passports and our tickets, put them right back into my leggings side pocket. We leave the stroller at the gate checked, and then I board either wearing one of the backpacks and carrying one, or holding both backpacks in front of me. It's pretty awkward, but it's doable. If you have a car seat, it's gonna be even more awkward, but you can do it. People do this, holding the car seat over their head while they board the plane. It might be easier in this case if your toddler boards the airplane by themselves and walks down the aisle by themselves. It can also be really fun if your toddler's a little bit older and understands, to have them hand over the passports and tickets getting onto the airplane, or to ask them to help you find your seats, tell them what number it is and they can help find it. And it can be really, really fun for them. It should be really, really fun for them. It's nice if they can have a positive association with with airports and boarding the airplane, so that you can continue to do this and hopefully with less stress in the future. As far as getting organized on the plane, I like to keep anything that I'm going to use during the flight under the seat in front of me or under the seat in front of my toddler, so that I don't have to get into the overhead bin at all, if possible, during the flight. It's just a little bit annoying when you have to reach over people and sort of dig through your bags up there. If you can, try to keep things like diapers, wipes, food, drinks, your toddler's entertainment, sleep items right in front of you, and for security's sake, keep things like your passport, your wallet, your phone, your tickets on you, either in your fanny pack or in your pockets. When we're flying alone as moms, our brains are all over the place, so it's good to just keep these things close to you. Then you don't have to worry about them. You know they're safe. Everything is at your fingertips and easy to access. Okay, so this video is getting pretty long and my toddler is about to wake up, so please give me a few days and then check out this video, which I'll link right here and in the description down below, to see exactly what I pack inside of our carry-on bags. I'll break it all down for you in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in that next video.
Okay, Dory, going on the airplane. Yay! Excited?
Okay.